All right. Welcome once again, our dear viewer, to Budget Cafe Discussions, a platform which bridges the knowledge and awareness gap regarding the budget making space here in Kenya.
Learn about the mapping the county budget process and key Kenyan budget documents. So the session objectives are reviewing the stages of the budget process and the key actors involved during each stage. So we have two objectives. Number one, reviewing the stages of the budget process and the key actors involved during each stage. And two, discussing key budget documents and knowing when to expect them. So next week, we are going to learn about now discussing the key budget document, now the second objective. So on to an exercise that I have for you. So you can see below there are 4 stages of the budget cycle. So kindly arrange them in their chronological order. So we have audit, we have formulation, we have implementation, we have approval. So I'd like to hear from you. Which stage is the one that starts? And it is followed by which one? Till the end. So it is an open forum. So I'd like to welcome you guys to give your input on it. Mercy, let's start with you.
First is a formulation, and then it's approved. Implementation, it's implemented, and then an audit is done.
Formulation first, and
yes.
Then approval.
Yes.
Implementation.
And then audit.
Audit. All right.
Yes.
Someone else with a different view? Caroline, Martin. I think there is an issue with the So Martin, can you hear us? Caroline was in a yes, Martin. Oh, we can't hear you, Martin. I think connect the audio again. All right. So the others will contribute as we go along. Yes, you are right, Mercy. So the 4 stages in the chronological order are formulation, approval, implementation, and audit. So who are the key actors involved in each stage? Mercy?
The stakeholders.
Yes, the stakeholders. Who is involved in audit?
Audit, the auditors, those guys, those who do audit, and also the stakeholders, I think, to check if the budget, if what was being budgeted for, they've achieved it.
And when you say stakeholders, who do you mean? Who do you refer to as stakeholders?
Stakeholders are people who, like, let's say, for example, in the budget of the counties, there may be different stakeholders. Like, let's say, if there is part of the budget on the health, who are in the health sector, maybe the doctors, the nurses, or some few common wananchis, the citizens. They can also be stakeholders. Stakeholders are people who are directly affected by the budget, are directly involved, or those who are to be, it's like a target group.
Okay.
Something like that, yes.
Uh-huh. All right. And what do you think is their role?
I think their role, because is to bring the needs of the people. Let's say like in health, they are people who are involved in health, like the doctors. They may be stakeholders because they are the one who are in the health. They are people who are directly involved and they know the needs that are there. Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, even Caroline commented on the chat with regard to now the chronological order. She said formulation, approval, implementation, audit. Stephen also said formulation, approval, implementation, audit. Oh, great, great, great. So we've had feedback from now all of them. So like with regard to formulation, Stephen, who is the key actor when it comes to formulation? Even the rest can even answer in the chat and also identify who are the key actors. Aha. Stephen has said county executive are one of the stakeholders. So when you say county executive, Stephen, where do you think the county executive is engaged in? Is it the audit? Is it formulation? Is it implementation? Or is it approval? He has said that the county executive is involved in formulation and implementation. All right. So we'd like to go right ahead and give you an answer so that you can know. All right. So these are the budget stages, and I'd like to zoom. Just a minute. Can you see clearly now?
Yes, it's clear.
Oh, it is clear. So
yes.
Yeah, so there are 4 stages of the budget process, and they are led by different actors, all right? And we're also going to share with the key budget documents that are produced at each stage. So the first stage is formulation. So in formulation, the person in charge is the executive through national ministries and county departments. So when we say the national ministries, you see like these budget stages, the formulation, approval, implementation, and audit, it happens at the national level and it also happens at the county level. So when we are speaking about the county executive, all right, then they are the county. And if we are talking about national, they are at the national. So you will find that even when we are saying the documents that are at each stage, you'll see that I'm putting like the ones at the county and the ones at the national. And when I'm sharing, if you have any question while I'm presenting, you are welcome to ask. So during the formulation stage, the executive through national ministries and county departments steer this process. The National Treasury and the County Treasury play key roles at this stage. all right? So the key budget documents at the county and national level is the annual development plan, the county budget review and outlook paper, and also the national budget review and outlook paper. The county fiscal strategy paper, in the nationally it is called the budget policy statement at the National Assembly. And then a county budget proposal or national budget proposal. So like I had shared previously, I had stated that the annual development plan is taken from the county integrated development plan, which is the 5-year plan of the county. All right. So for Machakos, every county has a strategic plan. Okay. And it should have a strategic plan, and all these documents need the participation of the members of the public. So the annual development plan is, you see, like when we have now the county integrated development plan, which is for 5 years. So the annual development plan is developed for each year, okay? So you see, like it started in 2018 to 2022. So 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2020, yes, 2021, 2022. So like right now, like right now we are in 2020, 2021. And the budget documents that we are advocating for are for 2021, 2022. So, and you also need to know that our financial year starts from July to June of the following year. So that is the financial year of the government. So in the formulation stage, you find that in the month of September, that is when the annual development plan public participation takes place, okay? And then in October, we have the county budget review and outlook paper. So the county budget review and outlook paper looks back to see what has been done by the county previously. And outlook means the provisional ceilings. What are they, like, what ceilings have they set for the next financial year, okay? And so in the formulation stage, we are looking at the outlook section of the county budget review and outlook paper. Nationally, this particular document is known as the National Budget Review and Outlook paper. So after that, there is now the county fiscal strategy paper. So the county fiscal strategy paper gives the budget ceilings for a county. So you usually find that with regard to the county budget review and outlook paper, it gives a breakdown, 3 months, December, June, no, not December, the 3 months, okay? So you find like there's December, there is November, before November is October. So it gives like now the budget provision or provisional ceilings, all right, for those 3 months. But now the county fiscal strategy paper, it gives for 6 months. So you find that the projection that they have given for the county fiscal strategy is more realistic when we are looking at the outlook, all right? So at this particular stage, if you want to advocate for a budget allocation for a certain department or for a certain sector, this is the time that is crucial for you to engage in, all right? So later on, we are going to go into detail so that you can understand what is the documents that are in the content that is in the county fiscal strategy paper and what you need to advocate for, even in the county Assembly. So you see, like this county fiscal strategy paper, as I showed you last week, we took a look at that, at the one for this financial year. And when we took a look at it, you found that agriculture received a lower allocation of lower allocation with regard to with regard to the total budget. Okay, but the thing that you should know is that you, as a member of the public, if you are interested in the agricultural sector, this is the key time that you can go and produce evidence. You submit a memo with evidence asking the county treasury why they should allocate more money towards agriculture, why they should allocate more money towards health, why they should allocate more money even towards the towards even the county assembly. So that is why it is crucial that even during the CFSP, for you to be available at the public forums to go and share your feedback. And then now after the county fiscal strategy paper, you participate in February. It's going to be taken again by the county. It's going to be taken to the county assembly again. So the county assembly are going to produce a county budget proposal or program-based budget. At the national level, it's also called national budget proposal or program-based budget at the national level. Now you find that they have now given the allocation that is going to be in a particular document. Okay, so they have given allocation for maybe a particular department. So if they have said that we are going to give 300 million, we are going to give 300 million to this particular to this particular department. All right. So at this particular stage, you also participate as a member of the public to urge the county assembly to either increase the budget allocation. All right. So you find that even you as a member of the public, you participate actively in the formulation stage. All right. So that is it. And this one happens in April. All right. By April 30th, public participation on it has to have taken. So like the ADP, it has to happen by September. County budget review and outlook paper by October. And here you find the medium-term expenditure framework. That is where you find that like the MTF team at the county are working on it. CFSP by February, county budget, the PBB by April 30th. So when they pass this, when they discuss this particular document at the county assembly, that is now when we are coming to this next stage, which is now the approval. So in the approval stage, the assembly, that is national and county, reviews, amends, and approves the proposed budget. Can you see? They review, amend, and approve the proposed budget. The National and County Budget and Appropriation Committee play a key role here. And it is a good thing that even as budget champions from Machakos County, we have the chair of the budget committee, Mheshimiwa Dominic, who is one of us, and who has said that any issue arising, we should just share with him and he can clarify any issue that you'd like. So we are happy that he's supporting also our cause at the county assembly. So the key budget document that needs to be produced at this point is the County Appropriation Act or the National Appropriation Act. So you find that this one has to be approved by May or by June. So when it is approved by the county assembly, now it becomes now the budget for the next financial year for that particular county. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to move just a little bit. Now, after that, we are now at the implementation stage. At the implementation stage, the budget is returned to the executive for implementation with assembly oversight. So implementation, you want to see like whatever was proposed in the budget. We want to evaluate the performance, okay? So at the implementation here, budget is returned to the executive for implementation, all right? So it came from the county assembly here at the approval stage, and it was returned after now being passed by the county assembly. It was returned now to the executive, the county executive. So budget is returned to the executive for implementation with assembly oversight. The controller of budget ensures that release of funds is as per the budget and releases quarterly and annually national and county governments budget implementation review reports. So you find like Machakos County has to produce quarterly and annually implementation reports so that we can know how that particular money is being utilized, okay? And in this section, you also find that even you as a member of the public, you also play a key role here, all right? Social accountability, to follow up to see if whatever was said is being done, all right? And then the report that is supposed, the key document that is required here is the county quarterly implementation report or the national budget implementation reports at the national level. And then thereafter, we have now the audit and evaluation. So the Auditor General produces an annual report and tables in Parliament for review and further action. National and County Public Accounts Committee play a key role in the oversight process. So the Auditor General, his role is to investigate where did every shilling go to, because you know that this is tax money. So he has to investigate to ensure that that particular money is being utilized according to plan. And the key documents that we expect during the audit and evaluation stage is the audit report, county budget review and outlook paper. So here they look at the review, looking back, all right? And then now nationally is the national budget review and outlook paper, all right? So now we are going to, if you look keenly at this particular document, you saw that I didn't mention now the budget calendar. So right now I'm going now to, let me zoom out. So before we proceed to the budget calendar, kindly note, the financial year starts in July 1st and ends June 30th every year. Oversight is undertaken by the county and National Assembly as well as the public throughout the budget cycle. That is why it is crucial for you as a budget champion to be engaged in this process in Machakos County. The budget process is prescribed under the Constitution, legislation and regulations enacted by Parliament, including the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Public Finance Management Regulations, as well as the County Government Act 2012. Budget circular outlines guidelines on budget preparation. The document will inform you the key dates in the budget cycle for early preparation for engagement in the process. So having reached there, is there anyone with any question? Or I proceed to the next slide. Aha, Caroline, kindly go ahead, Caroline. Yes, Caroline, you have raised your hand.
Yes, my question would be, Of course, I was a little bit mixed up at the formulation level. But my question would also be, before the budget is proposed, the budget is drawn from the strategic plan, yeah? County or national strategic plan, right?
Yes.
Is the public, or as a budget champion, am I involved in the planning? Because now if I wait until when now budget is being prepared, and maybe my area of interest was not included in the plan, in the strategic plan, then it might be too late for me to intervene. That's my concern. At what level is the budget champion involved? Is he allowed to participate at the strategic planning? That's my question. Thank you.
Yes. So the citizen engages from the very beginning. That is why you find that even during the preparation of the County Integrated Development Plan, members of the public had to participate. If there was no documentation showing that members of the public participated and shared their views of what they would like to see in the next financial year, then that particular document that the county government is going to produce is null and void. That is why it is mandated by law, Public Finance Management Act 2012, as well as the Constitution, that the public should be involved at every stage. And that is why you find that every county government, even the national government, when they want to, when they like input on a particular document, let's say like the county fiscal strategy paper, they will advertise in the newspaper and state that there is going to be a public participation forum in all the sub-counties in this particular county, so that the members of the public can participate. So with regard even to the county, with regards to each county, you find that members of the public were engaged during the CIDP, and every year during preparation of the annual development plan, the citizens are involved. The problem is you find that citizens are caught unawares because the county government is giving short notice with regard to when that particular public participation is supposed to take place. So you find that some members of the public just see, but they can't attend because they had other plans. All right. But as a budget champion in Machakos County, that is something that we can be engaging the county government to even give notice, even if it is 2 weeks earlier or 3 weeks earlier, so that citizens can participate. So the citizen participates in the initial, they participate in the initial, the CIDP. They gave their input. And then now every year, they also participate in the annual development plan. They also participate even in the county fiscal strategy paper, and they also participate even in the county budget proposal estimate. Have I answered your question, Caroline?
Yes, you've answered.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyone else with a question, or I proceed to the next slide? Okay, no question. So this is the budget calendar. This is the Kenya's budget calendar at the national as well as the county. So let me zoom in. So you can see that the one in blue refers to formulation stage. The one in green, approval. You can see green here. Yellow, implementation. And red, audit. Okay? So you can see here that we are talking about now the formulation. Okay? So if I can zoom for you, so this is when the financial year starts. Okay? So by August 30th, the circular, September 1st, the LDP, October, CBROP, and then January 1st, CRA submits recommendations on division of revenue. February 15th, the budget policy statement, now which is the equivalent of the CFSP at the national level, is submitted in Parliament. February 28th, you find that the budget policy statement is submitted at the National Assembly, and the county fiscal strategy paper is submitted at the county assembly. And then March 14th, the county fiscal strategy paper is approved by the county assembly. Okay, so everything has to happen with the timeline. And then April 30th. So this is where now you find that the budget proposal is submitted at the county assembly. And then after that, after it has been submitted by April 30th and the deliberations, so now this is where now the county assembly and the county and the National Assembly now debate on it, whether to review or to amend whatever was proposed. So this is where you find the approval, okay? And then they need to have decided by June 30th so that the county can start utilizing the money for the next financial year, which now starts on July 1st, okay? So this stage now is the implementation stage, okay? So you can also see here that by October 1st, counties need to publish the first quarterly implementation report, because see, they have started in July, August, September. July, August, September. So the first quarterly implementation report from the county is expected in October. You also find that in November, that is in the county is October 31st. Nationally, it is November 15th. National government publishes the first quarterly implementation report. October, now November, December, January. So January 31st, counties publish the second implementation report. So after every 3 months, the counties publish implementation report. And I think you can see from here that even during a particular stage, you find that even there's something else that is ongoing at that particular stage. So you can't say that they are just following you see, like if something is happening at the formulation, something is happening at the audit, something is happening during implementation, something is happening that is why you find that, you see, like here, January 31st, there's something that is happening. January 31st, you see here, there's January 1st, you can see there's division of revenue. At the same time, counties publish the same, they publish the second quarterly implementation report. Okay, so you find that there's an overlap. That is why it is a cycle. That is why it is called a budget. That is why it's called a budget cycle. So like now, I'm going to get into details so that at least now you can understand the content in this particular budget cycle. So this is the outline of the key dates, and I'm zooming in. there. So outline of the key dates in the graphic. So stage 1, formulation. So key budget documents, national government, county government, role of the public. So August 30th, National Treasury Circular identifies key policy areas and issues that are to be taken into consideration when preparing the budget. At the county level, the County Treasury Circular, which is now the budget circular as well, identifies key policy areas and issues that are to be taken into consideration when preparing the budget. All right? And so by this time, this budget circular, it also outlines the budget calendar of like the public participation events. So if you look at even the Machakos County, it has a budget circular showing you as a member of the public when you need to participate in the discussion of these key budget documents and also to participate in the various processes. So role of the public in this section, no input from the public, but circular should also contain calendar for the year, including participation opportunities. Okay? September 1st. At the national, there's nothing happening that time, but at the county level, annual development plan, every year, including the first year or a new election term. The plan must be made public within 7 days. Within 7 days. So September 1st, it must be made public. So public input after September 7th to the county assembly. That is why you usually find that the public participation on the annual development plan usually takes place during the first week of September. Okay, that is when now they are going to, members of the public are going to state what they would like to see in the financial year, then in the coming financial year. So September 1st to February 15th. September 1st to February 15th. National Treasury, now at the national level, National Treasury and the various ministries and agencies undertake some consultation with the public and other stakeholders. That is sector hearings. I think you've heard of sector hearings, all right? And then at the county treasury and the various ministries or departments and agencies undertake some consultation with the public and other stakeholders, sector hearings. So that is why you usually find that in the county, you hear that there is a sector hearing on agriculture, sector hearing on health, sector hearing on trade, all right? So at this particular stage, you find public input is taken into consideration between September 1st to February 28th. October 21st, at the national level, the National Budget Review and Outlook paper is submitted to the National Assembly by the National Treasury after approval of the Cabinet. All right? So the Cabinet is the executive at the National Assembly. They are the executive. And then now when they have prepared it, now it is brought to the National Assembly. So the National Budget Review and Outlook paper is submitted to the National Assembly by the National Treasury after approval of the Cabinet. Now at the county level, the County Budget Review and Outlook paper is submitted to County Assembly by the County Treasury after approval of the County Executive Committee. So, with regard to the CBROP, public review after 15 days of tabling in National Assembly, latest November 4th, and 7 days of tabling in the County Assembly, county budget, all right? So, and these are timelines that are adhered to by the county. These are timelines, that is why as a budget champion, it is essential for you to note that. So, just taking you. So by February 15, and the budget policy statement is tabled in Parliament. And at the county treasury given a short window to align county fiscal strategy with budget policy statement, okay? So these have to be in tandem with each other. And then public input between February 15 and February 28 at national level, as well as the county level. No, this one is at the national level, February 15th. And I participated last year in the one I participated last year for the budget policy statement that was held at KICC. So I attended the one on health. So February 28th, budget policy statement to be approved by Parliament. At the county fiscal strategy paper to be tabled in each county assembly. The CFSP has to be made public 7 days after tabling. Public input, now where your role is, public input between February 28th and March 14th at county level, county budget and economic forum to review the CFSP, okay? And then March 4th, that is where you find that the county fiscal strategy paper is made for approval, all right? So after that, we now go to stage 2, which is amendment and approval, all right? Is there any question? Is there any question before we go to stage 2 of the budget process? Okay, there is no question. So by April 30th, national budget proposal in the national government, national budget proposal estimates are submitted to Parliament, and county budget proposal estimates are submitted to county assembly. The role of the public. The citizens' budget should be made available around the same time as the budget proposal estimates. I don't know whether you guys have heard of the citizens' budget, but it is there. So when they, like right now, when they pass now the county fiscal strategy paper, in April, May, thereabout, the county is going to produce the program-based budget or the county budget proposal, So at that particular time, that is when now the citizens' budget should also be produced, so that you can, now the citizens' budget is a simplified version of the total county government budget. So it's going to speak in a language that you understand. So in May, the National Budget and Appropriation Committee hold public hearings on the budget and tables a report with recommendations to full Parliament. And then in the County Budget and Appropriation Committee at the county level hold public hearings on the budget, and the committee tables a report with recommendations to county assembly. So public input is required between April 30th and June 30th, primarily in May. So now, and then June 30th, that is the end of the financial year, the National Appropriation Act is enacted by Parliament. Now when they pass, whatever allocations have been said, now that is final. It becomes now an act. And the County Appropriation Act is enacted by the County Assembly. So public input between April 30th and June 30th. Now you can see which key dates you are supposed to also participate. Now stage 3 is now the implementation. So with regard to now to implementation stage, October 30th, October 31st at the county, and November 15th at the national government publishes first quarter budget implementation report. And the county government publish first quarter budget implementation report. Okay? So like right now, Machakos, we have the first quarterly implementation report, the second quarterly implementation report, and now we are going to April, May, June. So now we are now in the third quarterly implementation report, about to end, so that we can start in the fourth quarterly implementation report that is starting in the last quarter is April, May, June. All right. So counties publish first quarter budget implementation report. So by October 31st. So if you want to see where it is published, go to the county government website, machakos.go.ke, or even visit the county assembly website. You will find these key government documents. If they are not there, then we as members of the public and budget champions need to request for these documents from the county government. So county publish first quarter budget implementation report. The role of the public is to keep track of the executive and give feedback to national or county assembly. January 31st at the county and February 15th at national government publishes second quarterly budget implementation report. Counties publish second quarterly budget implementation report by January 31st. The role of the public is to keep track of the executive and give feedback to national or county assembly. April 30th at the county and May 15th national government publishes third quarterly budget implementation report, while the counties publish third quarter budget implementation report. This is to keep track of the executive and give feedback to national or county assembly. And then July 31st, county next financial year, August 15th, national next financial year. National government publishes fourth quarter implementation report. County government publish fourth quarter implementation report. So the role is to keep track of the executive and give feedback to the national or county assembly. Now we are on stage 4, which is now audit and evaluation. Okay. So with regards to audit and evaluation, the key dates, October 21st of the next financial year, National Budget Review and Outlook paper is submitted to National Assembly by the National Treasury after approval of the Cabinet. At the county level, the same date, October 21st, the County Budget Review and Outlook paper is submitted to County Assembly by the County Treasury after approval of the Cabinet. So the role of the public review after 15 days of tabling in National Assembly. All right, latest November 4th, and 7 days of tabling in the County Assembly, County Budget and Economic Forum to review the CBROP. So you know that Machakos, each county has a CBEF. CBEF is the County Budget Economic Forum. So like Mary Mutula represents the youth at the County Budget Economic Forum in Machakos County. So they are the ones who are given now the mandate to go and discuss it. December 31st of the next financial year, auditor produces a report on the previous financial year tabled in the National Assembly. The Public Accounts Committee reviews the audit report and makes recommendations to Parliament. At the county level, the auditor produces a report on the previous financial year, that is December 31st, tabled in the County Assembly. The Public Accounts Committee reviews the audit report and makes recommendations to the County Assembly. So the Auditor General can receive complaints from the public throughout the year, and the public should also follow up on the recommendations given by the AG, as well as the Public Accounts Committee to see if they are implemented. Do we have any questions? So we have come to today's to the end of today's session. Next week we are going to discuss now the key county budget documents. We are going to discuss on today is, yes, we are going to discuss next week on Wednesday. So right now, do we have any questions? Martin, yes, kindly go ahead. Oh, Caroline, you have raised your hand. Caroline.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much, Violet, for really taking your time and going through the budget making process. I know it's not we cannot grasp everything at once, and that is why I would humbly appeal to you that if you could share the notes to us so that after now discussing it here, we can go through little by little until we come to understand. And also, just looking at what you have explained to us, I can see for the last fiscal for this financial year,
yes,
the budget is at the point where it is going to the parliament now. It's going to the county assemblies, almost going to be approved. Yeah.
Yes.
So, does the budget making process have specific participants, or you can just walk into, maybe if for now, if you want to catch up with what has happened and maybe prepare for the next planning session, are you able to, how can you go about it? I don't know if my question has been understood.
Yes, it has been understood. So to answer the first question is, yes, most definitely. This is a recording. So we are going to upload it on our YouTube page, Budget Cafe Discussions. So at least now you'll be able to follow it there on that YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is after we've edited it, now I'm going to share in the WhatsApp group so that you may be able to watch. Secondly, with regard to public participation, anybody can walk in and participate. Anyone can walk in and participate. That is why, as a budget champion, it is essential for you to know when the public participation is being advertised or has been gazetted by the county assembly, so that you can attend at a town near you. Have I answered your question, Caroline?
Yes.
You're welcome. So Stephen, I've seen you raise your hand. Stephen, kindly go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello? Okay, thank you so much for your session. It was really educative. Now, my question is the post budget process, as in after the implementation of the budget. Do we have maybe people follow up to ensure that whatever was implemented has actually been paid for? For example, if you refer to what the national government or the national treasury sometimes back and issued a red flag on a number of counties for non-payment of suppliers. Is there a way that there can be what we call the post-budget activities?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you are well. Yes. Thanks for your question. Yeah. So, so if you want to review, to see how the county has been performing, so that is why it is essential for you to look at now the quarterly implementation reports. But if they are not there for the county, you find that the controller of budget, if you visit the website, the controller of budget, you will find that they have given now the reports of each county government, the 47 county government, okay? And also the other thing is even during the audit, you see this audit, during the audit stage, you can even visit the Auditor General's website, and you can see what the what the auditor said with regard to how Machakos County utilized the resources that they were given. So that is why sometimes you find that, you know, when you do that, you will be able now to see, they're going to break it down, and you will be able to see where now the county has been, has gone, what am I trying to say? If they have not done things according to plan. So that is why it is essential for us as budget champions. You see, like now this stage 3 now, the implementation report, we need to play a key role here. We need to know, is the county utilizing resources the way it is? It's said that it's going to utilize. That is why when we are going to discuss now the 7 key county budget documents, we are going now to analyze each document in detail so that you can know at which point and what questions you should ask when you go to the public participation forum. Have I answered your question, Stephen?
Yes, it's well answered.
All right. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? All right. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for participating in today's session. I hope it was fruitful. So on today, when is today? Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
Oh, today is Wednesday.
Holiday.
I don't know why I'm thinking it's Friday. So so on Friday, now we are going to delve deeper into getting to understand the 7 key county budget documents. All right, that is why it is essential for you to also participate in this session so that you can be able to now understand this document.